Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Let's kind of review our Monday, shall we? Because we had beautiful skies in some parts of the state. Other parts, it was just yucky out there with that inversion haze layer. And that thing is going to be persistent for us here as we progress throughout the rest of this week. I do want to show you these sunset photos from Salt Lake City sent in from Meg Roberts. She always captures the beautiful sunsets for us here, looking over the Salt Lake Valley. And again, you can see some beautiful clouds up above the inversion layer, but you can also see that haze here on the horizon of these shots here, indication here that we are trapping some of that particulate matter. This is a time lapse from our Ensign Peak camera looking over the Salt Lake Valley. Where is it? Yeah, it's down there. Salt Lake City is in this mess here, and that's what we're breathing in and seeing out there on the sky and the horizon for most of us on the valley floor. As you get above that and the higher elevations, above about 5,500 feet, you can see why we say it's an inversion layer. You jump above that, blue skies, beautiful conditions. So it's just really a matter of being close to where all of that particulate matter is being trapped. All thanks to this ridge of high pressure. It is a blocking high, and it is one that is strong and anchored in along the west coast, and it is not trying to budge anytime soon. So that is sending all the storm systems up and around us here, and that will be the pattern here as we progress throughout, really, I hate to say it, but the next 7 to 10 days. All right, here's a look at your air quality report right now. You can see, again, in that moderate category already this morning across most of northern Utah. And right now in Salt Lake County, we've got that moderate air quality, but don't be surprised very soon as that jumps into the unhealthy for sensitive groups, the code orange, as we go throughout this afternoon, and will likely stay that way through your Wednesday, even into your Thursday. And yes, there is definitely potential that this could flirt with that code red at times here, especially by Wednesday and Thursday, as we see those levels continuing to rise as that inversion gets stronger across the valley areas there. You know, yesterday during the afternoon at one point, we were the #1 worst air quality location in the world. And right now, we've got several of our local towns, I just checked it, that's on the top 10 list, even at this early hour of the morning. So definitely not good stuff there for us to be on. We don't want to be on that list. Temperatures for highs today, if you're in the valleys across the north, likely hovering closer to 40 degrees. But again, if you get above the inversion layer, the air atmosphere is inverted, right? So that means it's warmer above that. So you get to 50 in Evanston, mid to upper 40s from Park City over towards the Heber area, 53 in Manila, 44 degrees over towards Dugway. So you see the difference there. Going down towards the central areas, 41 degrees in Fillmore, but 54 in Castledale, 50 in Green River, and 44 in East Carbon. And for our friends down across the south, I've got us at about 52 in Parowan, 48 in Monticello, but 50 in Blanding, 50 at Lake Powell, and about 52 at Bryce Canyon. You get down towards St. George, temperatures approaching the 60-degree mark this afternoon. So this big ridge of high pressure is stuck in place here as we go throughout the rest of this week. That means not much change, and we'll continue to trap all that particulate matter close to the surface. There are signs that we get this trough. Even though it doesn't take a direct hit towards Utah, it may get close enough to give us a little bit of an inversion buster heading into the weekend. But the problem is, the ridge doesn't move much, so it just builds right back over us, and that's why the pattern likely extends right on into the beginning of next week there. If you're wondering if I see any signs of any changes on the way, I'm looking way out there in the future. This is about next Thursday, January the 22nd. That looks to be our next chance of maybe getting a storm in here that can kind of flip the pattern and change things and break down this inversion and possibly give us a little more precipitation. We sure do need it. St. George, lots of sunshine in the near term, though, upper 50s to 60s in the forecast. Again, this is just a sunny and mild forecast. Those morning lows near freezing, but that's really about it. Meanwhile, the Wasatch Front, the inversion haze sticks with us. The inversion gets stronger through the week, and I'll tell you what, temperatures, highs struggling around 40 degrees in the valleys, lows in the 20s, but in the mountains, you'll be in the 40s. We may get in the 40s here along the Wasatch Front this weekend if we can get that little bit of an inversion buster. Matt, Alyssa.